loud, harsh impact. Then a long dream. I awoke in a suit in the middle of a ballroom. Black and white tile stretched beneath my expensive shoes, running to red velvet curtains. Before me stood an array of men and women, lined up neatly and waiting patiently. I sensed their oppressive energy, yet I walked up to the first dancer, whose hand extended toward me seemed so threatening when paired with his saccharine smile. I took his hand. The small gesture allowed me the knowledge of his name. The music started and we danced. As I in guilt spun, he choked me, displaying friends and family, the arts that would die without my hands to spawn them. He handed me over to shame. Shame tittered lightly, sparking a sense of nakedness and vulnerability beyond the likes of which I'd ever known before the next handoff. I soon found myself in Regret's strong arms as he spun me so forcefully that I longed for a way to turn back time. It was almost crippling. Next, obligation reminds me of my schoolwork, of appointments, of meetups with friends. I began to sense a familiar panic. What if I missed everything because I wasted so much time dancing? I tried to flee, but irritability swooped in, not failing to remind me of how annoying the previous dancer could be, how persistent she was. And like that, the next dancer had me. Melancholy burned into me, knowing how well obligation had worn me out. And suddenly everything she described felt like more chains weighing on me, trapping me hopelessly. Exhaustion and I dragged ourselves along together, unenthused. Him due to his nature, and I due to the chains now encircling my ankles. It took much effort for him to pass me on. Lethargy and I moved at a snail's pace, our movements a mockery of the term dancing. The music slowed and lowered in tone. My lack of motivation meant I could barely make it to the next waiting dancer. As though to torture me, the music suddenly revived, and sleeplessness whisked me about in a frenzy, forcing alertness on me. I was awake enough to listen with distress as distorted self-image cruelly whispered in my ear. Self-hatred piggybacked off the prior dancer's words. Self-harm contemplation teased me, holding a blade before me, seeing if I would take it. Suicidal ideation regaled me to my most distinctive suicidal fantasies. Isolation subtly swept me away from the other dancers, and yet further still from those who wanted to help me. The music faded. Then it was gone. Left with silence, who sewed my mouth shut and insisted my problems didn't matter, I was finally ready. The final dancer, Death, offered wide-open arms, and I approached. Fast. Too fast. I tripped. I fell. I woke. In the hospital room, my family and friends rejoiced at my awakening. I had nothing to rejoice. At the window, the final dancer still stood, waiting. He mouthed something, before vanishing. Next year.